This is ROH wrestler Adam Cole, and you are listening to the podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
I'm Doug.
And we welcome you to episode 258 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
I believe we're on Stitcher, BeyondPod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
It's been so long.
Yeah, well, the podcast is on Twitter at WNS Podcast. Daniel's at WNS_Daniel. Tyler's at Tyler_Aber.
There you go. So welcome to the show. 3-man show, back in full power again. It feels so good. And, oh yeah. So, Tyler, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Hanging in there?
Yep.
All right. Doug, how you doing?
I'm all right, man.
Welcome back. I know the listeners out there certainly missed you.
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac once again.
Return of the Mac.
Oh my God.
You knew that I'd be back.
Oh, now I want to play that song.
Well, you do that on your own time.
Oh, let me play it right now.
We've got a lot of,
that's stuck in my
stuff
head.
to talk about this week. We've got your feedback and talk about Raw. Got some Q&A as well. So really good stuff. But let's kick things off with an iTunes review that we received. This one's coming to us from Caleb Young, giving us 5 stars with the quote, "Best wrestling podcast of all time." Also saying, "Hey guys, I just wanted to stop by and say you guys are truly the best wrestling-related podcast around. Keep up the great job, guys, like you always do." So,
Hey, man. Thanks for having such low expectations.
well, okay. I was going to say thank you for the kind words, but yeah, all right. Well, we certainly do appreciate it. He does have a question, but we'll save that for a little bit later on in the show. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So, Doug, welcome back. Did you have a good New Year's?
It was all right.
Yeah, not too shabby.
It's all right.
All right. So,
All right is like the best fit that I can think of. It was
yeah.
all right.
Well, we're glad that you're back, and we hope to see you back consistently here for the foreseeable future.
I should be good at least through February. There's
All
some
right.
things going down in February that may make things a little rocky, but
Valentine's.
yeah, well, no.
He's like, yeah, no.
Definitely, I'm into work-related stuff that might get rocky, but other than that,
gotcha.
it should be okay for a little bit at least.
On them.
All right, well, good stuff. So thanks again, Caleb, for the iTunes review. We certainly do appreciate it. And for those of you who are listening on iTunes or Stitcher, if you do see so fit to leave us a comment or a review, we would certainly appreciate it. And feel free to give us a star rating. 5 preferably, but hey, you do what you want.
Only if you have as low of expectations as Caleb.
Whoa. Hey now. Tyler, are you reading questions ahead of time? Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to prepare. Because I know we do have a question from Thomas Drop It Low Son, and he wanted me to prepare you guys, but I decided to spring it on you, and you're jumping the gun.
I was just reading it. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Why are you doing that?
Because I can.
You're spoiling the fun.
No.
I don't know what it says.
Well, you'll find out. We'll find out a little bit
Hopefully it
later on the
doesn't
show.
have
You'll
anything to do with
all
me.
find out.
Hopefully it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, no, it does not. But you can probably weigh in. But it's mostly focused around Tyler. And Tyler, I swear to God, if I catch you reading this question, you read it already?
Yeah. Or must. A little bit.
Why?
It says psych at the end, so he doesn't fuck.
Yeah, it does. It's like that was the trick question. So, all right. Well, let's dive into feedback. First bit of feedback we have is from Eric saying, in regards to what we discussed last week of who would we send down to NXT or who would, in order to bring in, who would we send down to NXT? He said, coming in, I would bring in AJ Styles, Nakamura, Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson. Sending back down to NXT would be The Ascension, Neville, Adam Rose, and Heath Slater. So interesting mix. So, Doug, any of those you'd like to keep?
Well, I don't think. I feel like if we talk about this, we're just rehashing the radio show. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Knox going to NXT. I think he's going to be on the main roster debuting. So, and I think it's a good chance AJ might as well. So, I don't know. I don't know that it's much of an exercise. But.
Oh, okay. So yeah, thanks for the comment. Next bit of feedback we have is from Wolvila, Wolvilax. Wolvilax?
Say that again?
Wolvilax?
No, spell it again?
Wolvilax.
I have no fucking idea.
All right. So, but I'm just going to call you the Wolf. Wolf says Kevin Dunn is the biggest cancer of WWE.
Well, he's like the biggest. He's like the 1B cancer of the WWE. You can't just put it on Dunn. Like, it's got to be like Vince is the 1A cancer of the WWE, and Kevin Dunn's like the 1B cancer of the WWE. Because if you get like straight down to it, like Kevin Dunn can only be a cancer if Vince lets him be a cancer.
Yeah,
and
he only has so much influence.
He's only a producer, man. I mean, so I mean he's a cancer, but Vince is like, I don't know if it's like correct to say he's the biggest cancer. He has to at biggest he's the co-biggest cancer.
Co-biggest.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's not. Is that a thing? Can you be the co-biggest?
We'll make it that way.
Okay.
Or would you say he's 49% to Vince's 51?
I mean,
or is it more like a 60-40?
They're both stuck in their ways that haven't changed in 20 years, and they're both stuck in their ways that clearly are out of touch with what anyone else wants. And they're both stuck in their ways of it's just stale and doesn't work anymore. Like, you know how Raw and SmackDown have looked the same for like 20 years? It doesn't look any different. Just looking at it feels stale. That's because of Kevin Dunn. And among other things, but, you know, again, like, co-biggest, if that's a thing. We're making co-biggest a thing. So, he's co-biggest cancer.
Yeah.
Wolf guy. What's his name?
Mr. Wolf.
Wolf.
Did you happen to catch SmackDown?
Show didn't. I caught, like, about 20 minutes of it. I, like, made it fit just because I wanted to hit Morrow a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I was alluding to.
I felt like King and Saxton were like, we have to do some work. It felt like they were thrown off by like his
knowledge,
not like the way he just fucking like did work on, like, I guess calling it more traditionally.
Yeah,
and, like they were sort of like, oh, this guy is not dicking around or whatever.
He came in with actual, you know, facts of the holds and moves and
like, oh, we got to step our game up, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
like you could tell there were a couple of things that he got wrong here and there, which is, you know, totally understandable.
First day on the job.
First day on the job, you know, it's your first go at it. But, I mean, he's shown the world that he, you know, Michael Cole's going to have to step his game up. JBL's going to have to step his game up. And, you know, if they keep him on, then, you know, I'm going to be watching SmackDown more often because the energy that he brought to the show.
He's a fan.
Yeah. You know, just calling the holds, calling the action, and you know, making everything feel important. That's going to draw a lot of people to watch. And then you go over to Raw and SmackDown where you get the same cookie cutter stuff from JBL. Oh, he's Mexico's greatest export. Oh, flying everything. And oh, look at this. And, you know, Michael Cole, oh, this could be it.
Paint by numbers.
Yeah.
Commentary.
Yes.
See, the sad thing about Morrow is he's clearly a successor, and he's not gonna be the man until they let Cole go. He's probably, I mean,
or if Cole decides to go backstage, and
he's clearly the successor. He's not gonna replace Cole or JBL unless they let it happen. You know, he's clearly. See, this goes back to what Wolf guy was talking about with like Kevin Dunn's the old guard. Kevin Dunn is in Vince's circle, but it's well known that Kevin Dunn does not get along with Stephanie in her circle. So when Vince is out, Kevin Dunn's fucking done. No pun intended. When Vince is out, Dunn is finished. He's not going to be part of the Stephanie Triple H regime at all. They've got their own people, and Dunn is a Vince guy. And that's why he's
done.
Yeah. But I mean, just speaking of like successors and stuff, like, he's going to be out, and unfortunately, like Ronaldo probably won't be like the Raw commentator unless Cole's done, because that's just how they do things. You know, they move people in those slots. He's like slotted behind, like eventually, but not now. You know,
it's like maybe in a year or two, Michael Cole will say, you know, I'm pretty tired of doing the commentary. Maybe I'd like to do something backstage, because I do hear he does a lot of stuff backstage as far as helping out, and maybe he could take a more permanent role backstage, because this guy is the real deal. Like, people were already comparing him to JR, saying the energy, the emotion that he brings is that of Jim Ross.
Well, it's his first day on the WWE job, but he's far from a rookie. He's called New Japan on Access. He's called a ton of MMA fights. The dude like knows what he's talking about, and he's a seasoned call. Like, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
he's just, you know, are they gonna let him like do his thing? You know,
or
and clearly they've like so far let him do his thing.
Or maybe like Vince is overseeing Raw and he's letting Stephanie overlook SmackDown, and he's like, no, dude, do your thing. That's why we brought you in. We're not going to make you do the paint by numbers spiel. So, in which that case, Byron and King are definitely going to have to step it up. And then if he does get transferred over to Raw, JBL is going to have to step it up.
They already, just the snippet that I heard, again, I've been super busy, and so I'm not up to date on a lot of the product, but just the snippet I heard, they felt like nervous, not because they never done it, they felt like they were trying to keep up with him. Like, instead of like, they felt like it was not the normal flow of commentary. They were like trying to get their shit in, and he was like, he felt like he knew when to hit his parts and he knew when to lay back and let them. And they always felt like they were trying to catch up to him or something.
Right. And the parts that I did listen to, it made it seem like, okay, this guy is powerful enough that we don't need a third commentator.
Right.
It's like you can have him and a color commentary, and that'll be just fine. Because it seemed like King and Byron were vying for, oh, it's my turn to talk. It's my turn to talk. And
he's the leader now.
Absolutely, he is. He took control of that table.
He's not a rookie, so he's not intimidated. He's a fan, but he's not a rookie, so he's not intimidated. He knows he can run the ship if he needs to.
And I think it's going to be.
Well, speaking of like successors, clearly they went out and got him, so clearly they're interested in him at some point. But as far as like a successor Raw commentary team, who do you see stepping up? Do you see like Corey Graves, or do you see like oh god, what's the other NXT announcer guy's name? Rich. The guy who came from ROW.
Rich Brennan.
Rich Brennan. Do you see like a Ronaldo Brennan Graves, or do you see like a Ronaldo Graves? Like, what do you see like a future announced team? What do you see?
For Raw, go to two men. Go to, what's his name? I keep forgetting.
They should both be two men.
Yeah. But what is...
Mauro Ronaldo.
Yeah. Have him be the lead commentator for Raw. Corey Graves has done a phenomenal job of really being a heel color commentator. He is doing a great job. So pair those two together, I think you've got a really good team.
Because see, Brennan's sort of like a Ronaldo, but not as good.
Right.
No offense to him, but he that's his role.
Yeah. Put Brennan on SmackDown,
right?
And he'd work out just
Brennan
fine.
And Booker.
I mean,
that might work. I like a lot of people clown Booker as a commentator, but I like him as a commentator.
Yeah, or you know, if you're insistent on getting Byron that chemistry, they've worked together in NXT, so you have Rich and Byron as your SmackDown commentary.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I think that would work just fine. And I know they want to have three people, because at least on Raw, because you're having 3 hours, so you don't want your two guys to get burnt out, so you have a third person to kind of even it out.
Right.
It's like, okay, I'll take a little bit off from you, so I'll talk a little bit, and then we'll go back to you. But yeah, man, With the signings that they've had over the past year or two, and now they're bringing in this guy to do commentary, I'm still going back to like they're planning like a huge shift in the WWE.
But you get everything that all their big moves are not like A brand moves. They're all like back burner. They're all successor back burner stuff. They're all like stuff that they don't want Vince to touch yet or something.
Yeah, and Tyler and I talked about that for a while. Where like I'm in the mindset of, okay, I feel like Triple H is just putting his places, like he's getting his pieces together, and then once it's time for Vince to step down, he's like, okay, I've got my stuff. Here we go.
Well, Vince is gonna die. He's not gonna step down.
Yeah, probably.
That's how I feel.
But yeah, I mean the Stephanie Triple H regime is not. I mean, we're talking even like office jobs. People like we were just talking about Kevin Dunn, like their regime is not the Vince regime. Like they have their own people.
Yeah. I mean, you look at what they've done so far in NXT, nothing but positive.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it rubs me the wrong way a little bit because it's such like a vanity thing for Triple H. Like I wish he was not
Look what I did.
I wish he wasn't so like up his own ass about like coming out at every special and be like, look guys, I'm fucking responsible for this. Let's circle jerk to the good old Triple H. Woo! That rubs me a little bit the wrong way, you know, but he's given so many people I like jobs.
Everyone to the man on your right.
It rubs me the wrong way a little bit, but he's given so many people I like jobs, it's sort of hard to like be completely like hating on him, you know?
And in some light defense, he kind of has deserved it because he has done an amazing thing with NXT.
I mean, it's very Vince-like. If you have a Vince successor...
Look at what I created. WrestleMania was my idea. NXT was my idea.
See, if you grab my junk and I put my hand on your arm, it's like you're actually doing it, but I'm actually doing
it. You're too fascinated with the circle jerk.
You got a lot of experience with this.
How many times have you been involved in a circle jerk? Too many times. I really think that they are trying to put some pieces together for the future of the WWE.
Do you think that he is purposely like self-sabotaging Raw in any way? Do you think that they are? Do you think that they know that Vince is going to either die, he'll never retire, and then he'll die, and that they
hope to get the ratings so low that
the board of directors has to fucking out him? Do you I mean, we were talking a little bit about conspiracy theories on the radio show this week, but like this could be like another conspiracy theory. Like they know they can never like. They know he will never relinquish the reins, and maybe they just have to sabotage him to get him out.
Man.
Do you think there could be any truth to that? Because look how fucking awful, like, even as someone I've been working a lot, and so I've not been following the product very closely, but even from afar, it seems like pretty bad, right? Still? And they've caught a lot of tough breaks as far as, like, injuries and stuff, but...
That still shouldn't stop your product from being awful.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. You think there's any willing like self-sacrifice on their part? What if they just like let Raw and SmackDown die and just erect NXT in its place? Like this is the new brand.
Yeah. Look at what I've done. I took over Raw. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Raw is such a juggernaut that it's similar to The Simpsons or Saturday Night Live. It's just there now. It's
but no one talks about how good any of those shows are anymore.
Exactly. Like, that's where we are.
They're an institution, but they're not...
Yes.
Not on the cutting edge of anything.
Exactly. That's the status that is Raw right now.
Right.
It's, they even announced it. They were like, oh, this is the 23rd year of Raw. It debuted 23 years ago today. I'm like, yeah, didn't The Simpsons do that about 2 years ago? And Saturday Night Live is like on year 40 or something like that. So it's like, they're about the same status. It's like it's on for those who want to watch it.
Right.
Like when it comes on and what channel. But I don't know.
Are those? See, I don't follow Simpsons. I was never a huge Simpsons guy, and I haven't watched Saturday Night Live like in years. Are those still like rites of passage jobs for like comedians go through Saturday Night Live and then like Hollywood comedy writers go through The Simpsons? Are they still like those sort of like?
I don't know about the comedy writers, but for Saturday Night Live, it is still sort of that next platform.
Right.
Like you do stand up, then Saturday Night Live, then you get into movies and TV deals and stuff like that.
Yep.
Because I think writers come out. I might be making that up. I don't know if writers come out of The Simpsons like that, but that was my perception at least at one time. So I don't know.
I don't know either. But pretty interesting little topic of discussion here this week. I like it. Digging it. Back to the feedback. The final bit of feedback we have is from Czar saying, if I were to pick who should be in WWE's version of Bullet Club, I would pick Balor, Styles, Gallows, Anderson, Neville, Breeze, Axel, and Slater. Really think about the last four, though. Like, think of them starting fresh with the Bullet Club or Balor Club, whatever. Neville and Breeze would replace the Bucks, and Axel and Slater can do whatever.
See, that's not really. I mean, I guess. Who's you putting in place of the Bucks?
It would be Neville and Breeze.
Okay, I mean, I guess.
So you got Balor, Styles, Gallows, and Anderson, Neville, Breeze, Axel, and Slater.
Okay, I the first time you read it, I didn't hear that he was making them like the Young Bucks. So I was like, that you sort of missed the point of the Bullet Club is it's all about the leader, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
The rest are just sort of stooges.
The
Even like the
leader
Young
of the
Bucks,
pack.
like the junior tag doesn't mean like shit in Japan. Like they swap those belts like they're fucking hot potatoes. I mean, nothing. I mean, they're over, but like it's not like given importance as far as like card or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess if you don't want Neville and Breeze to be anybody other than like a throwaway tag, then I guess I don't know. Yeah, that's fun.
Cool. There you go. So with that being said, thanks everyone for the feedback. Let's dive on into Raw. One more Raw to go before we get to our Royal Rumble predictions. So we'll have to see how it goes from there.
I put Corbin in like at the big Bad Luck Folly spot.
No, not him. Anyone else?
I would.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
So
Okay. The reason you're going no is the exact reason I put him in there, just for heat, just for the big dumb like guy people hate.
The big dumb heat. Yeah. Yeah. All right then. So we kick Raw off the same way we kicked off the last two Raws with the McMahons and Reigns talking, and Vince.
I don't know what it is with Vince. I know he's getting older, but he looks weird to me.
He is older. He's
I know
dude's 70 years old.
Right, that he was like on Muscle and Fitness recently or something?
And he's 70?
Yes. He's
It's
70-year-old.
His eyes look weird to me, man. I don't know. Something's weird.
I mean, he's on steroids, right?
I would have to believe.
Like, we were talking about that. Like that's
you know how fucking crazy you have to be like 70 years old and be like being on steroids.
Yeah.
If not, he is on some kick-ass supplements.
I was about to say, yeah. Well, in a few years, he's going to be feeling some effects.
If he isn't already, he's losing his mind.
Yeah, his eyes look weird. His face looks weird.
Yeah, he kept saying his eyes look beady.
I don't know. It did to me. It was like this beady motherfucker. I don't know.
I don't know. Motherfuckers eating those HGH sandwiches or something.
I like these.
This is my business, damn it. So, we kick a segment off. The entire roster, or some of the roster, is up on the stage saying, oh, any one of these men could be the next WWE champion. How about Sheamus or Dean Ambrose or Ziggler, or how about Kevin Owens? And then Roman Reigns comes down and McMahon puts him in a one versus all match.
So you said you haven't been called up with Raw. Like
I did not see Raw. I worked late.
It just like they're like giving Roman everything. They're throwing him like because you know the stipulation.
Has Vince been on the show every week?
Yes. Since New Year's. Since
Trips hasn't. He hasn't been there.
Yeah,
so it's
Triple H has been off since.
Hey, look, he's got a full-time vanity project to put in place.
Circle jerking.
So I mean, you know about the Royal Rumble then.
He's defending the belt in the Rumble.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
So it's like that, and like they're just like giving him like
it's
everything.
It's Vince Austin.
What do you mean giving?
Not
giving
everything. Like he has this. Okay, he had something with Triple H. They didn't have a match, but it was a little thing going on. Now it's like he's had more interactions with Vince McMahon and Stephanie. You know,
they're trying to do the let's get him over with the crowd by having Vince be the protagonist.
How has the crowd been reacting to Vince? Do they care, or
it's kind of meh.
Yeah.
Is it city to city or what?
Yeah. I mean
do you remember like when people like as recently as maybe like 2 years ago, people still fucking like worshipped Vince when he
Oh yeah,
does he
absolutely.
get that pop, or are people like, fuck
When he
you,
first came out, yeah, and then he's doing the heelish things. Like his music will hit, the crowd will pop, and then he'll do stuff to make them boo.
Okay,
But like,
but really shittily.
yeah,
He can't be good. He's an old man, guys.
yeah, and like Stephanie is still doing like she'll address the crowd, being like, guys can't even get your chants right. I mean, come on.
There's
That to me just does not work.
It's a real weak ass bullshit.
Yeah.
last week. I think it was last week. When was Reigns versus Sheamus, and then they had Vince as the ref.
That was last week.
And like he had the cutoffs and stuff, and there's people on the internet. It's
Of
like when
course
you
he did.
realize
Of course he did.
that Vince is in better shape than you are.
Yeah.
He's 70. Yeah, cutoffs. I was like, damn.
Dude's
Hey, guys,
jacked.
he's on steroids, guys. Come on.
Yeah. And he had some roid rage because he flipped off the crowd
Yeah, he
right
did. He
before they
flipped
went to
off the
break.
crowd.
Is he been getting like physically involved, like taking bumps and shit?
He took a
Oh
bump.
my god!
Yeah, like,
Oh, I
no,
gotta
when-
go back
And
and
it's
see some
so,
of
it's
Roman-
so
Roman
awkward.
How
punched him.
fragile is he? How
Roman
fragile
punched
is he?
him, and he was on outside the ropes, like that little edge, and he
The apron?
fell on the edge, like on his back, like he fell to the
Apron
edge.
bump?
He's doing like old man fall,
Yeah,
where it's like,
but no, what was that one though? What was that? Did he hold onto the ropes when he fell, or did he just fall back onto that?
well, I mean, he like fell back, but like even as the special referee, like you know how the typical referees now they'll like if there's a pin they'll like slide in and count. His is like go down to the knee, then go down to my hand, and then start counting. So, but he's trying to do it as quick as he can. But dude's 70
That
years
was the only
old,
time
so
that he got hit though. Whenever Roman, no, I thought Roman hit him twice,
hit him with a Superman punch during that match.
but he hit him another time, right? No.
I don't remember. Maybe.
A part of me loves the crazy asshole Vince is like, I'll save the show, damn it.
Yeah.
Like every
Come out
week,
there.
like he's like, I'm gonna save.
I know what they want. Let me kick Roman. Yeah.
You laughing at me?
No, I'm just
okay.
crazy Vince
Yeah.
is being like, I'm gonna save this goddamn show. I'm gonna be on TV every week.
Yeah, that's right, because he comes out there. I'm gonna say he kicks Roman in the nuts. People like when they see people being kicked in the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You gotta as much as I can sit here objectively and say like the reason so much of the show is so bad is directly because of Vince. Something about me deep inside has to admire his crazy assness. Like 70-year-old fucking roided up old man's like, I'm gonna save the show, damn it.
It's
I'm
worked
gonna get
before.
this
I'll
kid
do
over.
it again.
Oh, that takes nuts, man.
So
I
yeah.
mean, wrinkly old man nuts.
He'll
but-
give a fuck. He flips off the fans, and we saw that picture too.
Yeah. Someone took screenshots of him flipping off the
right
crowd
before the commercial.
right before they go to commercial. It's like Raw next, and it's Tim's just sitting there.
See, that's the point, because no matter like how much it is Vince's fault, like he has so much goodwill built up with people from over the years. It's just hard not to love his crazy old ass.
You fans don't know shit. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up!
It just feels like a really weak like the like imitation like run or whatever. It's sort of like the reunion, like the weak ass reunion tour is what it sounds like. Him
But it's
trying to
like-
do his best, but he just can't.
I feel like it's like, okay, I feel like in his eyes, like, we're going to get Roman over. I'll help him. I'll come save him.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we're going to give you this match, Royal Rumble, and all this stuff.
So
and
you said they're giving him everything when you mentioned the Rumble. So you were under the impression he's coming out of the Rumble with the belt?
Yes.
I feel like that.
Which is sad.
I mean,
But
from,
also-
from the perspective of a guy who's not watching the product, that sounds to me like they're doing it to shuffle the deck after post Cena news.
Mm.
I think, and this is just a guy again who's not been following the product. I think he's not coming out the Rumble with the belt.
Well,
Why would you do that? I mean, I guess you're trying to get him over as a bigger badass, but
there's also another theory. This dives into Raw, but I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar was on the show and all this stuff, and he comes out later on. So, and Brock's going to be in the Royal Rumble. So another theory for, like he said that, and it's a good theory too, that let Brock win, because if you win, you win the title.
right.
And then those months leading up to Mania, Roman doesn't win the title, and I guess at Mania he wins the title from Brock again. I don't know.
Have a rematch of WrestleMania 31. Like, you could go a number of ways. You could say, all right, Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble, becomes WWE champion. Roman issues a rematch the following night.
You do it without actually having to pin Roman or whatever.
Yeah, have him be eliminated by someone else, and Lesnar ends up getting the title. So Roman says, I want my rematch. I'm champion, I lost the title, I get a rematch. So they have it like on Raw, and he gets screwed out of the title.
Also, you have to take in a factor that depending when Roman gets eliminated, if there's someone that gets eliminated right before Brock, like there's last two, it may not be Roman, but they may want to, hey, like I was the last one before to
well, that's what I was getting at. Gotcha. You could have Fastlane be the number one contender match. So if whoever was second to last or whoever was last to be thrown out by Lesnar faces Roman Reigns, hey, I got screwed out of my title shot, I deserve another chance. Well, you're going to have to prove it because you weren't even the last to be thrown out. So you're going to go up against, Del Rio or whoever it is that's second to last. Winner of that faces Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. You have your rematch, all that good stuff.
You guys think they're desperate enough to pay The Rock to, like, I know he's going to be there, but you think he's going to work?
I don't believe so. I think he's contractually obligated to not perform because he's like doing a movie or something during
He's
that.
like in the process of doing a movie.
Yes.
Right now? What is he filming?
I'm not sure, but I believe he's only going to be there for appearance purposes.
Isn't he done with that TV show? Isn't he?
Well, he's got like 5 or 6 projects going on right now.
Yeah, he's got a ton of shit, I'm sure.
He's filming 2 shows. He's filming a documentary, a mini-series, and a movie. Like,
what's the documentary?
all at the same time. Something about the
police,
boot camp or reform prisons for troubled teens.
Like Scared Straight stuff?
Sort of like that, yeah. So he's doing all kinds of stuff.
With everything out, I mean, with all the people that are out as far as injury-wise, what are the marquee matches that are even possible that they could deliver with? You got Triple H, you got Lesnar, you got Sting, you got Roman.
Oh, Sting's out.
Oh, that's right. Sting is out. I didn't mean to say Sting. Who did I say? Taker, Triple H, Roman, Lesnar. Did I say Lesnar the first time? Did I say Sting and say Lesnar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 4 guys. Who else would you consider a draw that they even have?
As far as main event, that's it.
Okay, so
unless you decide to pull the trigger on like a guy like Owens.
So are we under the impression that some mixture of these 4 guys are going to pair off, or do you think they're going to break these 4 guys up with lesser guys and try to make some guys? That's a funny joke. They never try to make anybody. Well,
the last I heard, the rumor before Cena went out was that it was going to be Taker versus Cena.
Right.
There was a rumor of Triple H versus Roman.
Right.
Lesnar and Rock, but that's probably not going to happen.
They cannot go back to Lesnar God, why do I keep wanting to say Sting? Undertaker. That's not even a possibility. So
right. And that's why I think they might be doing a Lesnar Reigns rematch, where this time there is no Mr. and Money in the Bank to interrupt my match that I had won. Well,
they can't do Triple H Undertaker again. I keep wanting to say Sting. They can't do that.
Stop saying Sting.
Sting won't be there.
So then you give someone else the Taker match, and then who do you give the Taker match to?
I don't even know. I don't even have him wrestle this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of
have
to, but I mean, my God, you can't do Bray Wyatt because that's already been done. You can't do
the people that aren't injured have all wrestled each other recently in big feuds, with the exception of Roman and Triple H.
Owens versus Undertaker, and let Owens win.
That ain't gonna happen.
It's no less crazy than anything else they can do.
I don't know.
Or
okay,
Del Rio.
Say you're hot shotting AJ and Nakamura to the main roster. Who do you pair those guys up with?
Daniel Bryan, triple threat match.
Well, I think he wants that too, but I think he's not cleared or whatever.
Could be a surprise entrant for the Royal Rumble.
Could be.
Because they he did post a video of him doing some weight exercises and stuff. You never know.
Okay.
Do you think they might risk the lawsuit that's going on? They'd be like, dude, we need some star power. Get Daniel Bryan ready.
Clear.
He's cleared. You've been cleared. You're cleared.
Sign off on your own health. God damn it.
Yeah.
Either you let me wrestle, or I'm done with WWE and wrestling somewhere else.
Yeah. Go back to Ring of Honor or something.
Probably go to New Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Japan. We need some stars. Oh, we just got one of WWE's biggest stars.
We'll trade you. AJ for Daniel Bryan.
Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
I'm trying to think.
How do you think? Look, Nakamura is like the most charismatic wrestler in the business. Like, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's like the most charismatic dude. He will get the fuck over if they stay out of his way. But like, are they? You think they're gonna get in this dude's way or what? Because like his charisma is not something they can corral in a WWE like way.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't like funnel his charisma into what they want. They just have to let him do his thing if it's gonna work. He will get the fuck over if they just let him get the fuck over. But I don't know.
But would they?
Yeah. Well,
The guy can't even cut a promo. What language is he speaking? I don't
they
even
know he can't. They know
No.
he's like way into like American culture, so he may try and learn the language, but no. I bet he speaks a little here and there, but he definitely can promo.
My client, Mr. Nakamura. Who needs to talk when you got Paul Heyman talking for you? Say something stupid.
I don't know.
It would be pretty bananas if they did like a Daniel Bryan Nakamura.
He actually, I'm sure you probably saw the video of Daniel Bryan talking about that. He was like, I pitched that idea a couple years ago. And it's like
He did when they were touring in Japan.
yeah, he was like, let's do a cross promotion event. It's a win-win for everybody, and they shot it down. I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. But, like, this is the most confusing WrestleMania that I've ever seen. Like, this time for WrestleMania 30, we knew, like, 5 or 6 matches that were more than likely going to happen. Here, we're like, there are so many injuries, we have no clue.
Plus, we don't know.
Oh, good.
We don't know how long. Talking about other matches, I don't think they're going to stretch Owens Ambrose till Mania.
No.
I could be wrong.
Well, we knew like rumored of possible matchups that we didn't even want, that we could at least fathom them doing. Like now we're like trying to be like, what can they even do?
Yeah. There's so many people out right now.
Just like I still don't think they're going to stretch Del Rio and Kalisto.
No. That's probably going to end at the Royal Rumble. I mean, maybe, I don't know. You just, who do you have that would work? Choices are so
Styles
limited.
versus Alberto Del Rio.
That'd probably be a pretty good match. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Well, we'll talk more about WrestleMania once we get a little bit closer to it, because that's still quite a ways away.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, it is quite tough because we don't know who else might be injured by that time. But the first matchup we got to see on Raw, Dean Ambrose going up against Sheamus. This matchup ended a double count out, and Sheamus ended up a bloody mess. After
Sheamus knocked down
Hard way or bleed?
Ambrose.
Hard to tell these days because like they did the push him into the ring post like they've done for Lesnar, and then sure enough he's got a bloody face. He did require 3 stitches on the top of his forehead.
Was it in the normal blade spot?
It was like going down. It was
like
vertical
hairline from the
instead of
hairline
horizontal.
Down, right?
So.
Hairline to
No, it was about right here because he had his mohawk, but you could see where it was, and his hair goes straight up. So it was going. It was vertical instead of horizontal.
Right when they were doing that first promo, Vince announced that match, and
the one versus all.
Sheamus, because they were all standing when you first come out, and Sheamus like hit Dean Ambrose and knocked him to the ground.
The match itself was okay. Nothing really too special to take away from it. The match, like I said, ended in a double count out, and then after the match, Kevin Owens attacked Dean Ambrose and was looking to put him through the table, but or did he? I don't recall.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't believe so either. But yeah, so not a terrible way to start it. I am liking the Owens and Ambrose feud because it's not, hey, play my music and I'm going to go out there and attack him. It's, I'm coming through the crowd to get some of you. It reminded me of like the older version, the old school wrestling that I really liked, where it's just chaotic and all that. It's like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know when your opponent's going to attack, and it doesn't seem stale to me. So I don't know. But one thing that does seem stale is Titus O'Neil versus Stardust. They've had this match 2, maybe 3 weeks in a row now.
They're like, oh, here comes Titus O'Neil, Stardust nemesis.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Because they did the promo reels where Stardust was trying to talk about the stars and everything, and all of a sudden Titus O'Neil shows up. And so that prompted a match, because I guess he did it one too many times, and Titus O'Neil won. And so they had the rematch this week, and Titus O'Neil won. So nothing really to add from it. It was a very short matchup. Titus O'Neil got the win, and then after the matchup, Stardust attacked Titus while he was trying to celebrate, going after the leg.
Did he work with his face painted like Bowie, or did he just take a picture of that?
No, he wore it like for Bowie. So
that makeup and all that stuff came off his face pretty quickly.
It did.
Because like all the silver like was on the back of Titus's head.
Yeah. it was all over the place.
Yeah. No, it was weird. Like, how did it get back? I don't know. Did he lean his head on his face?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe he like had him in a chin lock or something, just rubbed off. Who knows? I don't remember. But after that, we got to see the first New Day segment that I was not a fan of. And that was because it was the highlight reel with Chris Jericho. And Doug, I don't know if you heard or not, Chris Jericho made his return last week, and
to save the WWE again.
To save the WWE for the 43rd time, and he started a chant, "Fruity Tooty Booty," against the New Day.
Well,
I'm
surprised the New Day went along with it, because they're acting like it affected. Like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. And it was just really...
Because booty is their thing.
Rudy Tooty Booty. Y'all are Rudy Tooty Booties. They're like, no, don't call us that. I don't know.
Sounds pretty lame.
Yeah, it is.
They're like, it should be like, knowing them, I felt like they were like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what they should have acted like.
Oh, doesn't bother us. Whatever. But then the crowd started chanting in. So they're like, yo, stop calling us Fruity Tooty Booty. So then they had the highlight reel with Jericho and the New Day, where he once again called them Rudy Tooty Booty. And then the Usos come out.
Memorable.
Usos came out.
Sounds like Jericho is very HBK in that trying to be cool dad,
trying to be hip,
like trying to be hip, but then you don't know,
be square,
don't actually know what's hip anymore.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
HB Shizzle.
Right. That's what they should have done. Just like called him out on it, like Jericho.
Y2 Jizzle.
You're not in. Like you're not hip. You don't know what people like. They should have called him out on it.
You're fucking old, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're too old.
That's what he said. It's like, dang, Jericho's looking old.
He is starting to show his age.
Right.
That's what. Yeah.
And like he looks tired, and he looks aged.
I think HBK is like ducking phone calls like a motherfucker. They're like asking.
I'd love to,
but
I'd love to, but the whole stipulation about me being retired, and I got a hunting show, and I'd like to hunt.
Can't do it.
Oh, so many things I got to do, and I'm out of shape, and
but I could be on
I'm wearing the wrong kind
podcast.
of kind of shoes.
Who do you think is the most surprising guy that got a phone call to come back to Mania? Who do you think is like the most outlandish person who got a phone call?
Hogan.
No way. You think they called Hogan?
No, I doubt it.
I think someone weird like a Goldberg or something. Why he got a phone call?
Nah.
You think HBK is the limit?
Are we talking like just appear at WrestleMania,
just
or
trying to bolster some like star power because they don't believe in making people stars anymore.
Like, would it be just a backstage segment, or they need to be in the ring?
You probably need someone to work, right? I mean, realistically.
As far as working, shoot.
We got Billy Gunn.
Yeah, he can't pass the wellness.
X-Pac. Don't let him do the Bronco Buster.
No. Can't do that. I don't know.
Probably HBK might be like the most reasonable pick. He's probably
It's Dallas, so they'll have Stone Cold come down and deliver a stunner to somebody.
What?
I mean, we'd all bet like money that HBK got a call though, right?
More than likely. Because it's Texas, and we
Mick
gotta,
Foley?
They just need people.
Yeah, we
who aren't
need
hurt.
people.
Mick Foley?
We need to stretch. It's supposed to be 4 hours, and
I don't think Foley could work. He's in bad shape. You seen that motherfucker lately?
the walk to the ring would be hard enough.
Yeah. Plus, he got his kid's job, so he's probably like, I gotta shut up and be.
It's like, don't worry. They call me when they need me. When they want to be me to be Santa, I'll do it.
Yep. Man.
Trying to think of like one reasonable
Batista.
I think he's doing.
He's probably like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I'm filming Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where I'm like a megastar now. Later,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
James Bond.
I was in James Bond. No.
Like he's probably like, hey guys, remember whenever I came back last time and you guys put me in the worst position?
Yeah.
And I came out wearing blue, and everyone was calling me Batista.
I saw a Photoshop of Batista in that blue with like New Day and all their blue.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
He matched up with them like good.
That's awesome.
Like, remember, guys, I
Batista
wanted
is
to
a reasonable pick if he wasn't such a, like a movie guy. No.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to face Brock, but they wouldn't.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like all of their main draw star power is either retired or wouldn't come back, or
Bring Diesel.
or they're too old.
Bring Diesel back. He can work.
It's almost like they haven't made a star in the last 10 years.
Yeah, what's up with that? It's like this would be the year that they bring back John Cena and Randy Orton and Batista.
Well, they didn't have to go away yet.
Well, yeah, but still, like,
They should not be like relied upon at this level at this point.
right, exactly. Because I mean,
It's almost like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are giggling giggling about how the position the WWE is in.
yeah,
Like, ha ha ha.
like, oh, they need all of these stars, and they had them, but they let them all
Speaking
go.
of phone calls, what if Punk calls just to say fuck you?
Hey, I
Hey,
heard
Paul.
that you're you needing people for the Rumble. Fuck you.
You need a star for WrestleMania?
Hey, I'm just calling to say fuck you.
Just checking in. My yearly bomb.
The yearly fuck you.
Yeah. Merry New Year. Go fuck yourself. So, but yeah, the highlight reel, it was corny as hell. He's upped the Geritron 5000 to the 6500 now, and he was dropping names like, oh, that one's for Lemmy. Oh, that one's for Bowie. And I was like, I don't even remember what he said. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And then he did the way he tries to get the crowd into it is he's trying to coach them along into the chant. He's
Is
like,
he a face or heel?
Rudy Tooty Booty, Rudy Tooty Booty, Rudy Toot, and like,
And see how that would be annoying because I want to punch you just
Yeah.
for what fingers.
then that's what he's doing. So
But is he? I guess he's a baby face.
yes,
Okay.
because last week he came out and he did all of his quips. It will never ever be the same again. And
They
The
never
greatest
addressed the
hits.
thing
yeah,
where he dropped Roman and Dean. They never addressed that. He just left.
yeah, because that was from Night of
Yeah.
Champions. And he was just like, oh yeah, I'll be right back. And then that was it. That was the last we saw until last week. And
No one remembers that.
no one, except the people who do.
Hey, we were there.
We were. We most certainly were.
Weird.
We got to see potentially Sting's final match
Yeah, we just talked about that too.
on the radio show. Yeah.
You know who's going to be at WrestleMania? Sting. And I don't mean the wrestler.
He's going to be the musical performance.
Yes.
Like, I feel like, don't stand,
Don't stand so.
Roxanne. Anyways.
That wasn't it. Don't stand so close to me. You have to complete the.
No.
Okay.
Sing a
You can't
different
just hit
song.
skip.
I can. That's how it works. But yeah, the highlight reel was a bust. They did a whole skit where the Usos interrupted and were like, oh, it's 3-on-2. It wouldn't be fair. And then Jericho's like, well, I'm not the best at counting, but I see 3 of y'all and 4, 5, and 6 right here. So what's the debate? I mean, I don't have my wrestling gear, so maybe we can have a 2-on-2. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's trying to bow up saying, oh, you're talking about the numbers being even. I see 3-on-3 right now, but I don't have my gear, so it's going to have to be a 2-on-2.
I can't math.
It's weird.
It is. It was very weird.
Yeah, I wanted that whole segment to just end. I'm like, no, Jericho, you ruined the New Day part.
Yeah.
Just go away.
They did. And then...
You're very much into the law of diminishing returns with Jericho. Like, every time he comes back, it's just
I was like, it's sad.
It means less and less every time.
It's like, he always brings that up. He's like, oh, I'm here back to save the WWE. I'm like, shh, no, stop it. It's like, I used to love you one time. Now I'm like, get off my TV.
Go away. Appreciate it, but no. And then they had a matchup, New Day versus the Usos, Xavier on one corner and Jericho on the other. And so Xavier's blowing on the trombone, doing his usual skit, and then Jericho comes over and breaks the trombone over his knee, even though technically it was like already broken.
Yeah, he broke it when he was trying to hold it.
Yeah, he like tried to rip it away and it already like snapped. And then Usos got the roll up of death for the 1, 2, 3.
Tromboning.
Yeah, tromboning will save your life one day. We're like, what? You trying to give some negativity in my life? Anyways. And then we got to see JBL go into the ring and say how honored he was to announce that Sting is going to be the first inductee of the WWE Hall of Fame. And I don't know what it is about JBL.
He's like in the main event spot.
Yeah, he's the main draw, I guess. But there's something about JBL. I can't quite put my finger on it. Whenever he tries to smile, it always seems like he's trying too hard.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand how to smile. Like he's just like,
I can relate to that.
like he's squinting or something.
I can relate to that.
Like it's painful for him to
Can't
smile.
smile either.
You can smile. You can.
If I'm not naturally smiling, if I'm like, it's time for a picture, you have to smile. Like I can't do it.
Give us your best smile right now. Just try it.
I can't. Like, I can't be put on the spot and expected to smile.
I'm gonna tickle you.
I'll punch you.
I'm gonna tickle you. Come here. All right, whatever.
Yeah, so I can relate to that.
But it just seems, I don't know. It's just very odd. So yeah, Sting's going to be the first Hall of Famer announced for the WWE Hall of Fame. Congratulations. After that, the Wyatt family came out and were interrupted by the Social Outcasts, which
Do you know about that?
I know they put a bunch of dudes together and
It's
they called them the Social
Heath
Outcasts.
Slater, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, and who was the other one? Adam Rose.
Do you know?
Adam Rose.
No, it's
The Job Squad 2.0.
no, pretty much they're doing their same gimmick, doing their same thing. They're just part of the group. They're not like really working together that much, or they're
Is
kind
it
of
good
like,
or does it suck?
But they have matching shirts.
they haven't shown too much. The first time was last week. They just came out and like Heath Slater had a match against Dolph,
Which he won. Heath Slater beat Dolph
the
Ziggler.
roll up, right?
Yes.
And then
Roll
that's
of
when they announced all that stuff, and they were each doing their own gimmick, but in a group.
Yeah.
But now, which was weird because it's like, how do you get these guys over, or try, I guess? But
Try is the key word.
Guess what? They're gonna verse the Wyatts.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
like, that's not good. But they didn't finish the match because something else happened. But I don't know. It's still weird. I think it's gonna fail.
Did they like have a reason, or they're just like, "Hey, motherfuckers, we're a group now"?
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was
pretty
like,
much.
we've had enough of being the outcasts of the WWE, so we're,
They at least
we
showed
found each other, and Curtis Axel kept going, the chains are off, the chains are off, the chains are off. And then Adam Rose was
That
like,
sounds great.
yeah. And then Adam Rose was,
Nexus of the Genesis.
yeah, of McGillicuddy. And then Adam Rose is like, we are all our own blossoms, and we are going to whatever. And then Bo Dallas is like,
you gotta believe
you
in
just
us."
gotta believe in us. But this week he was like, we're like the four musketeers.
Heath Slater is the leader.
Pretty much.
Shocked that he got a W.
He's got, yeah. And so...
Are their shirts cool?
No.
It's just a black shirt, white scratches, and hashtag social outcasts. It's not even available on the website yet.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
And they debuted their new music this week, too.
Yeah.
So.
Rule of thumb, if there's a hashtag on the shirt, it probably sucks.
Yes. So the Wyatt family versus Social Outcast. This match ends in a no contest.
Not long until it...
Not long at all. They're all getting thrown around by Braun.
But what it was is,
then,
Braun threw him into the corner.
Then they brawl.
The next person would, like, tag himself in.
Mm-hmm.
And every time Braun would throw him into a corner, they would, like, slap each other, like, to get in. So it wasn't like they were working together to...
Yeah. So it breaks down into a brawl. The match gets thrown out. And then Ryback comes out to attack the Wyatt family.
Please tell me Ryback's in.
He's not in. But the Wyatt family, after disposing of the Social Outcast, start ganging up on Ryback. Well, guess who comes to help Ryback? The Social Outcast. Yeah. So they start fending them off, and with the help of the Ryback, they end up tossing Braun over the top rope, and all the others, take their leave.
Weird is because I thought Big Show's gonna come out. The reason I said it is I don't know if it's last week or the week before. The Wyatts jumped. Okay, there was gonna be a match between Ryback and Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wyatts jumped
Ryback
first,
and then they attacked Big Show.
They attacked Big Show.
Yes.
So Ryback comes out this week, and I thought Big Show was, but he did not.
Well, you got to get the ball rolling for that big WrestleMania spot for Big Show and Kane. We got to work those guys back.
Absolutely. That's exactly what you've got to do. But yeah, very strange.
They might wrestle each other.
Problem. Yeah.
Please don't.
It'll be those two versus Mark Henry in a triple threat match. Battle of the big guys. Oh, yeah, that's something they could probably still do. They could have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal if they have enough people.
And they do.
They'll have a bunch of NXT guys in that mix as well. There you go.
My dad will probably think a big guy's going to win the Royal Rumble because a little guy shouldn't win.
Nope, not at all. How's that guy going to get him over the top?
He can't beat that big guy.
So it does pose an interesting question if that Social Outcast have just turned face, because the crowd didn't react to it at all. But we'll have to see. But it was interesting to see them standing tall with Ryback. Ryback.
They didn't put Damian Sandow on the group?
Nope. He was seen on the ramp at the opening of Raw, and he had his bathrobe thing again. So, but that was it. That was all we saw of Damian Sandow.
Not outcasty enough.
Nope, guess not. Which is really interesting, because maybe they could use him for that, so that he could be seen. After that, we got to see Alberto Del Rio going up against Kalisto for the United States Championship, because Kalisto got a victory over him on SmackDown. And this was a very fun, very fast-paced match. Definitely a very good showcase for Kalisto. Del Rio held up his end of the match as well. And big surprise, Kalisto, your new United States champion, got the win on it. So really surprising turn. Really enjoyed it. The crowd was definitely hot for him. And I know, Tyler, you and I discussed this while we were watching Raw. Kalisto's definitely he feels like he's been given that Rey Mysterio spot now. And
yeah,
I know that's kind of stereotyping because he's a masked wrestler. Bless you. That was a big one.
Bless you.
But
Ron Burgundy?
yeah, I'm Ron Burgundy. But he's got the speed and the agility, and he's fun to watch, and he does all kinds of exciting stuff. And so, congratulations to him. Got his first singles gold.
Do you remember when Del Rio first came back and everyone's like, he's looking a little bigger in the chest and the arms?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, guys. He looks about the same. I saw a picture of him recently. It's talking about somebody eating some HGH sandwiches. That dude is definitely has a different body than we left.
It's like where his chest is big and like when he breathes,
his abdomen is like concaved.
It's weird looking.
He's a lot bigger in the chest. Yes. I don't know what I was thinking. Is he that much bigger since he came back, or was he this big the whole time?
No, he wasn't that big the
whole
time.
He's like getting bigger.
Right? He's getting bigger. He's not like way bigger, but you can tell a difference now.
He's leaner.
I don't know if he's leaner.
His chest. I mean, not his chest. His abdomen.
Abdominium
is I don't know.
They quit testing motherfuckers or what?
It's like when he breathes in, you can see like a
Look,
little
they need these guys to be there for whatever. So if they can't feel pain, then they're all right.
Is it where it's like when he breathes like in, like or
His
breathes
stomach
out, like,
is
you can
just-
see like a little 6-pack. Then when he breathes out, like no, and then it's like, I don't know.
Well, that's with a lot of guys.
But yeah, it's weird looking.
Like me, for instance. That's how mine works.
Yeah.
Check it out.
When you breathe out, and it disappears. When you breathe in,
It's a magic trick.
all right. So yeah, Kalisto, your new United States champion. So a very shocking surprise for it. I like it. Keep up the surprises. I figured they probably would have held it off until Royal Rumble, but hey, I'm not going to complain. After that, we got to see Brie come out, and she was going to face Charlotte, but before the match could even get going, Becky Lynch attacked Charlotte, and Ric Flair was none too thrilled about that, saying, "Oh, Charlotte's in no condition to have this match, so we're out of here, and there's nothing you can do about it, fat boy." So that was pretty much the end of that. And then Becky had a really nice promo backstage where she was like, we promised each other we would never turn on one another, that we would be best friends throughout this whole thing. And she's changed so much, and she's upset that I made her tap out, and I'm going to make her tap out again. So really good stuff from her, at least.
So the match didn't really take place.
Correct.
So Bree's probably not injured.
No,
Probably
Brie.
not injured.
Yeah.
They're not risking it, guys.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. And Alicia Fox was with her too, so they at least have backups. So after that, we got the 1 versus all match, which ended up being
well,
one.
I thought that was the Rumble. This is they did it.
They
It wasn't all. It was all the heels.
All the heels, yeah.
But they had like a multi-man match as the main event too.
Well,
It was a
what
handicap match. It was Roman Reigns in one corner, and then all of the heels in the other corner, except they all got off of the apron. And it was pretty much Roman versus Kevin Owens.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was a good match showing with Kevin Owens and stuff.
It was a good match between.
So they had all the heels at ringside, but Kevin Owens never tagged out.
It wasn't it's technically, it was, okay. Essentially, it's a gauntlet match. If he gets past Kevin Owens, he has to face another guy. If he gets past him, he's got to face another guy.
They basically just fucked him over until he lost.
Well, thankfully, we never got to see a second person. It was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, and the heels were off to the side the whole time.
So what was the finish?
A no finish, because they weren't clear on the rules as to how it's supposed to go. And so eventually Vince McMahon just gets frustrated and is like, "Hey, you get in there." And so Sheamus went in there, started attacking, and Stardust got in there and started attacking, and he was fending him off, and New Day got in there, and so he was fending him off, and the Wyatts disappeared. They were standing there.
They stood there. They didn't do anything.
They stood there the whole time, and then once everything broke down, you never saw where they went. They literally just walked away.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
That's in character though.
Yeah, and then throughout the night, Paul Heyman had been talking back and forth with Stephanie. Hey, instead of putting Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble, he should face the champion at WrestleMania. So just put him in that match. And they're like, "No, he's contractually obligated. We're going to make him be in the Rumble." And so Brock Lesnar comes out, and New Day's like, "Yeah, man, get him. We got him knocked down for you. Take him out." And
he was like a little kid bouncer. I was like, "Yeah, come on over." He goes up to Brock and goes like that, taps him on the shoulder, like, "Yeah,
you got him."
Kofi right there, and they're like, "Get Roman," and they turn around and Brock clotheslines both of them.
Then he suplexes Big E, takes out Sheamus, and then
suplexes Kevin Owens.
Yeah, suplexes Kevin Owens, and then he goes to pick up Roman Reigns, picks him up over his shoulders, delivers an F5, and
the only thing is, Sheamus did get some shots.
He did get a couple of shots.
No one else got shots in him, but like he had Brock in the corner, and he kept on hitting him pretty hard for a little bit.
I haven't seen it yet, but there was a house show match between Sheamus and Lesnar that surfaced online.
Wasn't that from the Houston?
I think it was from Houston. Somebody fan gamed it and put it online. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh wow!
But that exists, and I am really intrigued by a Sheamus Brock Lesnar match.
As to how it went?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lesnar won clearly, but I'm intrigued by I just think they could have a good match together. That's
two good brawlers.
I just want to see those two.
But he was hitting them. It looked like he was hitting them pretty hard though.
Yeah,
sound like.
Yeah, pretty good shots. But the match ends in a no contest, and then Lesnar just comes out and destroys everyone. So that pretty much wraps up Raw. And with that being said, it's time to go into the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. First question come to us from Benjamin saying, "Great show, great discussion. To answer your question, I say bring the Bullet Club guys in the Royal Rumble and send down the Ascension back. But down to my question for you guys, if if they would have guys from WWE join the group, I'm assuming Bullet Club later on, who do you think would be a good fit?"
I mean, I already said I think Corbin's a good guy for muscle goon. I'm not joking. I mean, I'm being sincere. I think Corbin's a good muscle head goon.
He's laughing at me.
Oh,
because I'm
what did you do?
Nothing. He just knows that I'm anti Corbin and whatever.
Okay.
So
that's fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps the essence of the Bullet Club with
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
how it would work.
Good. I don't know.
Tyler, you got anyone who should be in the Bullet Club?
No.
Okay. I don't either because I haven't followed it enough to really understand who does what in the Bullet Club. But yeah, thanks for the question. Next question coming to us from Caleb from the iTunes review saying, if you guys had a chance to get in the ring with any wrestler, past or present, who would you pick? And would you have a stipulation and put it on a pay-per-view or just a regular show?
No one. I'm not a wrestler.
Okay.
Get in the ring with them to talk, or just?
Okay. How about this? If you could spar, not necessarily wrestle a match, since none of us are wrestlers. Who would you want to get in the ring with? Learn how to wrestle, and say just be in the ring with the guy for an hour, past or present. Who would you want? And they teach you the basics. They teach you promo techniques. They teach you how to do your entrance, all that good stuff.
I could get down for a little grappling with D-Bry. I think it'd be fun to let him sort of show me a couple things. Sure.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Tyler?
Cesaro,
that's a good one. I honestly, to be honest, Doug, I thought you were going to go with William Regal on that one.
That would be cool.
Or Dusty. Because I was going to say William Regal as well. Or maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Dean Malenko, because the guy was such a talented grappler. I'd love to see some of his stuff. Maybe Eddie Guerrero as well.
I would also pick John Cena.
John Cena, yeah. Good brawl. Just hang out with him for an hour. That'd be pretty cool. So there you go. So thanks, Caleb.
William Regal was the coolest motherfucker. We met him at the Tyler and I met him at the WrestleMania 25 Axis, and he was so fucking cool. He just he let us talk to him for way longer than yours. You know, they sort of shove people through those
rush
lines.
You along.
Well, the thing was I think what it was is that
the main superstar came out.
Cena came out whenever we were in line, and people from the line just fucking ran over to see Cena, and we were waiting to talk to him, and I think he was just
appreciated your time.
Appreciated that we were bouncing on him, and he was he just let us talk to him for a good 5 minutes, way longer than you're supposed to take in those situations.
Because he was
cool as shit.
Other stars like Christian that we met, they were rushing us through the line.
Take a picture. Here's your autograph. Hey, thanks for stopping by, and thanks, appreciate it. Cool.
But yeah, he legitimately chatted with us. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, final question coming to us from our boy Thomas. Drop it low, son.
Do it.
You got to do it.
You do it.
You do it.
Doug, do it.
Doug, do it.
Drop it low, son. Drop it low, son.
All right. Thomas saying, hey, guys, your boy is here, and I've got a question for you. But really, mostly Tyler. With the passing of David Bowie a few days back, we clearly need a new champion. So this time, in an extreme elimination chamber match, chamber with weapons, I would like to propose Jamie Foxx, the Brian Kendrick, Paul McCartney, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kanye West, and a mystery opponent of your own choosing. Take care, guys. Stay awesome. P.S. If anyone out there is looking for a top-quality app for everything wrestling, check out mine, Wrestling Amino, free on Android and iOS. And Amino is AMINO.
Amino acids.
Whoa. Wrestling Amino.
He made this app?
I believe so. He's taking part in. He and a couple other people.
That's pretty
have
cool.
made an app.
What does it do?
You have to download it and find out.
I mean, I'll check it out obviously, but I thought like if he was given it, he would pimp it a little himself.
I'm sure he'll give a good detailed thing for us.
Get a look.
Yeah.
I get to pick the mystery.
Okay, that's fair.
Does that work?
All right, so we've got Jamie Foxx, the Brian Kendrick, Paul McCartney, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kanye West, and...
Oh, I haven't picked yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm leaning up for you to do it.
I'm gonna randomly insert him.
Oh, okay.
Or
All
her,
right.
Or her.
Okay.
He or she.
Bear with me on this.
Bear pun, bear.
Yeah. Okay.
I get it.
Here I go.
So the cage is lowered.
It's an elimination chamber?
It's an extreme elimination chamber.
Okay, so the mystery opponent's cage is blacked out, like it's the black glass you can't see.
That'll work.
And they get the fourth spot, so I have time to think of someone. They're the fourth entrance.
So they're the very last person to enter this match.
Okay, next to last.
Next to last. Okay. All right. So we have these. We have Jamie Foxx, the Brian Kendrick, Paul McCartney, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kanye West. Who's going to be our first two combatants? Who's starting this match off?
Okay, we are going to have.
I'll do it like this so we can keep better track.
Jamie Foxx.
And
Paul McCartney.
Jamie Foxx, Paul McCartney starting off the match.
Well,
all right.
Jamie Foxx can be, anyone. He has like different characters.
He's a very talented actor.
Yeah. Is he? He's that motherfucker from Horrible Bosses,
Motherfucker
right?
Jones.
Motherfucker Jones, right?
Not Motherfucker Jones.
Motherfucker Jones. Huh?
There you go.
Yeah, so pretty much Motherfucker Jones was a poser, right? He wasn't real. He was just
Kind of.
I don't know. I guess Jimmy Fox is trying to be a badass, and Paul McCartney is.
They're gonna go Django or Django.
Oh yeah, Django.
Go Django.
There's a lot of possibilities for Jamie Foxx.
Or even Ray, although that wouldn't really work out in his favor since he was blind. But
Okay, so I guess they have different weapons. So they have like a little.
Django does have a gun.
He has a gun and a whip.
Oh, all right.
So
I mean, you're making the rules, so
yeah.
You should have went Django just so he can say, "I like the way you dive, boy," to somebody.
Paul McCartney's there with his instruments.
Walking in the moonlight with you. Hold my hand.
I don't know what. So they go around and around, and
are they chasing each other, or like how does this work?
they're just walking around staring at
Just
each other.
casually? Oh, they're eyeballing each other.
Eyeballing each other.
The stare down.
Yeah. Paul McCartney is he's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
is he gonna try and make a move on Jamie Foxx, or
no? But he's getting his butt kicked by Jamie Foxx.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Jamie Foxx has to do what he has to do to win the title, the vacated title.
Right. It's for the title.
Yeah, it's for the title.
So this is an important match.
Yeah, so Jamie Foxx is beating up on Paul McCartney, but he's had enough of that. So Paul McCartney smashes a keyboard on his head.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
like a lot of them. He has a keyboard. He also has a
So
guitar.
yeah, and they're all over the chamber, so he can easily.
There's
attain
weapons
one.
everywhere. Instruments, weapons.
Stuff we might not even see.
And they're still brawling. And let's see. They keep on duking it out for a while. So we're going to have like another person come in. I guess,
3, 2, 1.
yeah. So Kanye West comes out. So this is a tag team thing now. So Jamie Foxx and Kanye West are teaming up on Paul McCartney.
And he's a lyrical genius.
Yes. He goes, wait. Paul McCartney, I respect you, but we're going to have to eliminate you. So
Yeezus is the one who turned everyone on to Paul McCartney.
yeah.
That's true. With that 4 or 5 second song.
Well, Jesus, he
This is like
he turned,
7 degrees of bacon right here. All 3 of these guys have worked with one another in some form or fashion.
well, he'll turn on anyone. It doesn't
It's
matter.
almost like he picked these people for a reason.
What's up with that?
He turned people on Paul McCartney. He's turned a lot of people to a lot of people. So he's just like, I know about this person through Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That Kanye West guy, he does amazing things. Paul McCartney, he's got a bright future because of Kanye West.
McCartney was really disrespectful. He didn't give the props to Jesus, so now he's got to pay.
So they're fighting, and they're double teaming Paul McCartney, and then
those jerks.
Yeah, and then he turns around, then low blows Jamie Foxx.
Who does?
Kanye West.
Kanye turns on Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, then Kanye's working with Paul.
Because it took about 4 or 5 seconds?
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, I like your sound. And then
this sounds real dumb. I'm disappointed.
I'm not good at this. I'm
just disappointed that he turned on Jamie Foxx. I thought they were together.
Well, he'll work with anyone if the money's right, or if he feels like they're good.
So Paul McCartney paid Kanye off.
Yeah.
Hidden deal.
So they eliminate Jamie Foxx. He's done.
So he's out.
Yeah.
Fox is out.
Yeah. So Kanye and Paul are in the corner talking about music.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, did you hear my latest single? Yeah, I heard that. That was really good stuff.
Yeah, did you see that video of me on the
So
plane?
rather than fighting, they're just chilling.
Yeah, they're talking for a while, and then
they're just chilling by the chamber.
Hey, did you see that video of me on the plane making music?
That one with Kim Kardashian riding the bike?
Yeah.
It's a metaphor for my life. I am the bike.
So all they're doing is just talking for a while. Talking.
Yeah.
Which is strange. I guess they're going to come up with some music later on. I don't know, together. And then the Brian Kendrick comes out.
The Brian Kendrick.
All
right.
So
Paul McCartney, Kanye West, the Brian Kendrick now in the match.
Yeah, so Kanye and Paul don't really wrestle, right?
Right. They're not well known in the ring.
So like the Brian Kendrick is
the Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
Okay. So
okay.
Producer's talking in his ear, and hey, we gotta stretch this.
Damn it,
we gotta stretch this match a little bit.
Don't eliminate Kanye.
Hey man, we don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm telling you because my mystery part depends on.
So Paul McCartney rolls up Kanye. 1, 2, 3. He's out.
So no. Yeah. So yeah, that did not happen.
Did not happen. Okay, thanks.
So right. Brian Kendrick tries to go up to Kanye West, but Kanye pulls a gun out on him. He's like, "Whoa, I'm not gonna wrestle him." So he goes and
why
wrestles.
not just like a chair? Why does? I mean, I understand it's an extreme elimination, but like this is like ultra extreme. Like we're getting guns in this match.
Yeah. Why not? So then he wrestles Paul, and he's like, Kanye's like, "I'm not gonna give you a gun, Paul. You're gonna have to use your instruments." Then,
use your keyboard.
Yeah,
I got my gun.
And it's like, okay. So he tries to hit the Brian Kendrick with
the Brian Kendrick,
whatever, with the keyboard. But Brian is just the Brian. He's so fast, so he like dodged that, and then like he's doing wrestling moves to him and stuff. Then he does the sliced bread number 2 to him, and then he pins.
You mean he rips off Eva Marie?
No. So Kanye doesn't care if Paul. I mean, he's going to collaborate with him in the future, but he doesn't care if Paul loses. So he pins Paul 1, 2, 3.
So Paul McCartney's out. Producer's talking again.
He kicks out.
Okay.
Did he kick out or is he out?
No, he's not out.
Oh, he's not out. Okay. So Paul McCartney's still in the match.
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He is in the match.
Okay, so yeah, Paul he kicks out miraculously. I can't.
It's a miracle.
He's a miracle.
How did he do that?
I don't know. Somehow. And then the Brian Kendrick is like,
the Brian Kendrick.
Like, this is bullshit. So he hits Paul again with another sliced bread number 2. And then that's when Leo comes out.
No. Leo's the last one, and the mystery opponent comes in before Leo.
No, is that?
Yes.
So it's time for mystery opponent to come in.
Mystery opponent.
Who got pinned?
No one apparently.
No one got pinned. So Paul.
Because Paul McCartney kicked out.
They're double teaming upon
On Paul McCartney.
On the
Kanye's still there in the corner. He's
polishing his gun.
He's polishing. Well, he put his gun down, but he may hit some people with some lyrics.
So Kanye,
Paul McCartney and the Brian
are
Kendrick.
basically like outnumbered the Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're still fighting, and then
I stay up too late. That's Taylor's interest music.
That's who?
Taylor Swift is the.
Oh my God.
She's even in the odds.
Taylor Swift is now in this matchup.
She's got a score to settle.
I was like, what are
Okay.
you singing?
so now this focuses between Taylor Swift and Kanye
She's so
West.
fragile,
No,
though.
she's got Kendrick's back. Now it's a fair fight.
Well, it's a fair fight, but it's pretty much
It should come. Yeah, if you were a good booker, it should come down to those two. But
Continue.
okay. So
So in the ring,
he has the Brian. She has the Brian Kendrick's back, but it's Kanye and Taylor. They're duking it out, and
that'll teach you to interrupt my acceptance award speech.
so the Brian Kendrick is like I don't know why, but he keeps on watching Taylor Swift and Kanye West, and like I don't know why he's like enthralled by them.
Who
or
is?
whatever. The Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
he's enthralled how?
like I don't know, like everyone.
He's watching Taylor.
No, not that. Everyone knows about the beef between Taylor Swift and Kanye West. So
Everybody.
what's
The
gonna
world is
happen-
watching.
Yeah, so he focuses attention to them, and all of a sudden, Paul McCartney rolls the Brian Kendrick up.
The Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, and surprisingly, he does the small package of or roll up of death or whatever you call it, and the Brian Kendrick is eliminated.
The Brian Kendrick is eliminated. So the only wrestler in this matchup has been eliminated.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. So remaining, we have Paul McCartney, Taylor Swift, and Kanye West in an extreme elimination chamber match.
Yeah.
With one person to go.
Yeah. So then it's pretty much who is it? It's Kanye and Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul's just there. He's not interfering.
He's got to recover. He's lost some stamina
Yeah.
from working with Brian Kendrick.
He also got hit with 2 sliced breads.
2 sliced breads. That's right. He managed to kick out of one of them. I don't know what he did to avoid the second pin, but it's a miracle.
And then Leo comes out. Leonardo.
So Leonardo DiCaprio is now in the match.
Yeah.
All right.
And
He's
so-
super racist, like in Jink.
Sure, why not? Then Kanye.
Does he have
is,
the hammer from Django?
He was very racist in that movie, man. Then let's see. And then all of a sudden, this is a crazy turn. The door to the elimination chamber is because they lock it, right?
Right.
Well, it's or someone breaks it.
It's unhinged.
It's unhinged. So
It swings open.
Yeah. So here comes Jamie Foxx again. He's back in there, and he's
He's not supposed to be back in this
Well, he's
match.
not technically in the match, but he's in there.
He's
So-
eliminated, but he's back.
eliminated. So he's distracting Leonardo DiCaprio because they're rivals,
Right.
And so he's beating up on Leonardo DiCaprio, and so while Kanye and Taylor they're fighting, so it's two. These two are fighting, and the other two are fighting, and Paul's just there.
Yeah. Paul's on the outside looking in
Yeah, and then
while still being on the inside.
Jamie Foxx hits Leonardo DiCaprio with a chair,
Mm-hmm.
and then Leonardo, this is bad. Leonardo actually takes Jamie Foxx's whip and hits, and then so he hits him with a chair again, knocks Leonardo out.
Well, I stopped paying attention. What happened?
Nothing.
Leonardo DiCaprio is now whipping Jamie Foxx
Oh,
in the ring.
But now, no.
that's
And
fucked
then-
up. You could have went like he incepted him with like a bad. He
and then-
incepted him with like a dream about him laying down and taking a pinfall.
And then he gets the sledgehammer, Jamie Foxx does, and hits Leonardo with it. So he's down for the count, and he lets Paul pin Leo.
So Leonardo DiCaprio is now out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Taylor and Kanye keep on duking it out.
Well, does Jamie Foxx leave or does he stay in?
Oh, he leaves. He
Okay.
drags Leo out.
Oh, okay. He's not done with him. He's got more stuff to do.
Yeah.
All right. So they take their leave. So we got Paul
Yeah.
McCartney.
Taylor Swift's like in like okay, I'm booking her because she's my mystery bunny. But she's like in the Bad Blood video. She's like geared the fuck up, like ready to fight. I'm painting the picture for people listening.
Then Kanye is like talking a bunch of spit and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, what's some like?"
He's
the
saying,
ramblings?
"Don't let me get in my zone."
Well, he's like saying a lot of like stupid stuff. Like, okay, what's the stuff that she's wearing? She's geared up.
Yeah.
Oh, Kanye's just like talking a bunch of rambling and stuff, and he's like, "You don't have Gucci on." He's like, all this like random stuff about corporations and this a bunch of
she's not wearing Yeezys, so
a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to him. And
he says, "Hey, your country career sucked," and she was like, oh, she's feeling sensitive about it, so
he still brings up
cried.
Beyonce, and he's like, Beyonce still should have won that award.
This is for Beyonce.
This is for Beyonce. So while he's talking all his spit, she kicks him in the head.
This is for Sasha Fierce.
She kicks him in the head, and yeah, there you go. That's her.
So she's all decked out.
Yeah, she like kicks him in the head, and he falls down. And he's like, "Oh no, you didn't!" And then, and he hits her with some lyrics, but it doesn't do anything. So
It's like, lyrics all over me.
So they're duking it out, and then
Swift hits him with an uppercut.
Swift uppercut.
Swift uppercut. Breaks the jaw.
Ooh.
Is it just them two left or is someone left?
Paul's still there.
Oh. She turns her attention to Paul. While she turns her attention to Paul, he gets his mouth wired shut. And he's doing this one through the wire. Through the wire.
So Taylor's now duking out on Paul. Because Taylor's in battle mode.
Yes.
She's ready to win. And she's still pissed at Kanye. So she's going to take it out on Paul, even though Kanye's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor's beating the shit out of Paul.
Because he's an older man.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you said, he's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. And Taylor is agile. So
Yeah.
she learned something from...
She's got the age advantage.
She learned something from the Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
So she did a hurricanrana to Paul.
Oh. Was not expecting that from Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And then, he crawled to the corner.
She was at those Eve Marie training sessions.
One-upping Eva Marie at every turn.
She was, he was in the corner because he crawled to the corner and he was laying at the bottom turnbuckle and she ran and drop kicked him in the corner. And then she pinned him. 1, 2, 3.
So Paul McCartney's out.
Yeah, he's out.
So it comes down to Taylor Swift and Kanye West for the title.
Then Kanye, because Taylor Swift turns around and Kanye low blows her, but she's like, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to do. So
I'm a chick.
I'm a chick. So she super kicks him.
So you're saying she decided to shake it off?
She shook it off.
So then what happened? So he's sitting there. He's sitting there, arm in her crotch, and she's just standing there like,
what?
What? So then what?
So she turns around, kicks him in the head.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a little woozy, but he gets up randomly and he picks up some of Paul's equipment and starts rapping and saying different lyrics
Through the wire though.
Through the wire.
Because his jaw's wired shut.
Yeah. And he's woozy and all this stuff, and he just drops the
beat.
Drops the beat and the instrument. And she because she knows wrestling moves. So she ran into she did an octopus stretch to him. And she was well, he was tapping, but it doesn't matter. He can't tap in that.
Yeah, he can.
In extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tap, but does it count?
Yes.
Okay, well, Taylor wins.
So Kanye taps out,
Yeah.
and Taylor Swift is your new Elimination Chamber WNS champion.
Because, baby, now we got bad blood.
So there you go. So Taylor Swift, you're a champion. Good stuff. Thanks, Tyler. And thanks, Thomas, for the question. Gotta love that kind of
I
stuff.
swear I'm getting worse at those.
You gotta let your imagination soar.
I'm not good at that. The first time was good, but I don't know after that.
Yeah, I think you were on energy drinks at that time. So thanks for the questions. Make sure to submit your questions on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, also our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, and subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
The podcast is on Twitter at WNS Podcast. Daniel's at WNS_Daniel. Tyler's at Tyler_Aber.
So there you go. So that's going to do it for us this week for the podcast crew. I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Aber.
R.I.P. David Bowie. I'm Doug.
And we will catch you all next week.